Alrighty then, folks, it's time for the new season. Fresh looking team, which you know about already because you've watched the transfer special. First two games of the season coming up for you right now. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 50 of Hometown Hero. We've hit the big 5-0, we're halfway towards the century, and today marks the first steps into our League One journey with Salisbury FC. Really excited for this one. Obviously in the last episode it was a transfer special, so no gameplay in that one. Again, if you haven't done already, go back and watch it. You can see what we did in terms of transfer business. And while you're there, let me know what you think of it as well. Because as I said in that episode, I really want to know if you guys like that kind of thing. If you don't, then fine, I won't do it. If you do, then I'll carry on next season. That's all I need to know. But today's episode, as I mentioned, is going to be the first two games of the season. So we're at home to Mansfield Town and we're away from home to Shrewsbury City. Is it Shrewsbury City? I think it is. Shrewsbury, who knows? Obviously, we are favourites to go down by quite a long way. The closest to us are Mansfield and Bradford City, who are 33-1. We're 500-1. So it's not looking good. It's not ideal. But do you know what? We'll go out there. We'll give it a good fist, and we'll see how we get on. And without any further ado, let's take you into the new look 11 for this first game of the season. It's not, I say new look, there's quite a few changes to be fair. Some people have retained their positions, obviously some people have been removed because that's what happens when you go up in the leagues. So Conquo obviously going to be in goal for this season. He will be our starting goalkeeper. I am going to continue to give Callum Rollins some game time because he still is a really good goalkeeper. I'm still remaining that fact. I think he's good enough to play for us, regardless of what league we're in, until we get a little bit further up. Sese, Barker, Sutcliffe and Kessler is going to be the back four, so Sese and Barker making their debuts for the club. Armstrong, Oko, Flex, Luke Butterfield, Sam Perry and Danny Brennan are going to be in the midfield force. Of course, Stretch Armstrong and Luke Butterfield making their debuts. And then Aaron Owen and Neil Rowland, are the two men up top today. Mainly because Sam Rodber still not fit. He's still out for another 3 weeks or so, which is a real disappointment, but he'll be back soon enough and he'll give us some competition for places. Bench-wise, Rollins, Zamora, Edwards, Tommy Wright, Brooklyn Genesini, Harry Owen and Miles Hemmings. I've just noticed the latter two don't have squad numbers. So let's go and fix that. Let's just do the auto number because we're lazy. 28 and 29, there we go. Harry Owen wanted number 10, but that's not going to happen. And yeah, let's get stuck into the game. We're at Victoria Park. I would imagine it should, in theory, be completely stacked. It should be a full stadium. If it's not, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, to be honest, of all you lot who are in the ground, who are watching this instead of being at the game, because we're in a new league. We're in League One. We're 2 leagues off of the promised land of the Premier League, which is incredible stuff. I need to make sure I change the highlights because we're on back into normal gameplay mode now. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far, I would say. And hopefully we can carry on up the leagues and do a little bit more as well. There we go. So we'll just get rid of that. Back into the swing of things now. And yeah, Mansfield, probably a good chance to get some points on the board to kick off, really, I would say. Because, as I mentioned, we did beat them in pre-season. So I think we can do a job over them. And if we can get a nice early win and a few points on the board to start the season, I will be a happy manager. Stretch Armstrong, though, getting in early doors. Like to see that. Say early doors. 27 minutes on the clock nearly. Nothing really being created at the moment, but now we're back on key. This is a stacked out ground. I'm convinced. This looks completely packed. Go on, Stretch Armstrong. Plays it back to Sese. Dinks the ball forward. Nothing coming there, though. Not really working out too much so far. Obviously got some gelling issues. We've got to take a bit of time. And that's a good save. And that went wide of the post. And yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a 5,000 capacity stadium. 5,000 capacity crowd. That's the words I was looking for. But yeah, in the first half, we've not really endeared ourselves into the game. We've not left our stamp. We've had 2 shots, none on target. And it's another chance. Mansfield corner comes in and Okonkwo claims it nicely. As just picking up where he left off, really. Big hoof forwards. Oh, I thought he was going to get on the end of someone there. I thought it was going to get to Rowlands, but it didn't. And that's a ball forward and they're in on goal. And Mansfield, Okonkwo again. Oh my goodness me. He has not skipped a beat in this pre-season, has he? Straight back in. He's loving life. Sutcliffe with a clearance. It's like old times. It is like old times. Okonkwo makes a save. Corner comes in. Sutcliffe clears it. Job done. Move on. We'll go again. I'm actually going to tell them that I'm not happy with that performance because although we're in a new league, Mansfield are not the best team in this league. So I feel we should be imposing ourselves a little bit more. Kessler headed away, only as far as Perry, though. He can shoot from there, and that's a disappointing pass. And Breuer has got so much space. You think how has he not finished that? How has that not ended up in the back of the net? He had so much time, and he didn't manage to finish that. That man needs to have a word with himself. If he's not, if he was my player, he'd be getting hooked off right now. Difference is, my players aren't getting any chances at all, let alone chances they can't finish. And I don't really know why. I wonder if we're just not imposing ourselves in the midfield. It seems a potential scenario. I mean, looking at this, no one's really turned up. I'm going to put on Harry Owen instead of Sam Perry because he had a bit of a shocker then. I mean, he's probably our best player on the pitch apart from Okonkwo, but oh well. And I'm going to bring off Stretch Armstrong and bring on Miles Hemmings. And Neil Rowlands hasn't imposed as well, so Tommy Wright's going to come on. 3 changes, because why not? We might as well throw the kitchen sink at it, see what we can do. Don't get me wrong, if we do get a draw out of this game, I'm all right with that. I can deal with it. Sesse though, throw in Hemmings, back to him, ball across. That's a nice ball. No one there though, and Mansfield got a chance to break that. Looked offside from Jebison, but they've managed to hold on to it. Referee's not pulled the flag up, and that's a chance. Oh, that was close. That was a little bit too close. Let's fire up the lads for the last 15 minutes or so. That's a ball forwards, but Okonkwo's never having any troubles with that, is he? Nowhere near the right man from their perspective. And Okonkwo gets it clear. Owen nods it down to Hemmings, who tries to find Tommy Wright. Oh, I thought it was a soft back pass there. I mean, it was, but not soft enough. But we still managed to get the ball. Barker picks it up, dinks the ball over. Hemmings is there. Oh, he was offside anyway, but interesting effort from Miles Hemmings. We know he can score a volley. We've seen that before. And it looks like this first game of our new League One season might potentially end in a stalemate. Looks like it's going to go that way. We've got a minute left. There's the final whistle. Yes, I would suggest that Mansfield were most likely winners there, but the second half performance was far better than the first. I think that's what we can agree. But the good thing is, we're not in the relegation zone, and that's how I want it to stay. Let's get these trials out of the way. He's not going to be joining us, so he can bugger off. I mean, he's joined Wigan on a £275 a week deal. Where are Wigan? They're in our league. Someone to keep an eye out for. Yeah, not the best game in the world to start our tenure in the Sky Bet League One, was it? But we'll move on. We'll play Shrewsbury City, and we'll try and get a result over them instead. Alrighty then, folks, time for the Shrewsbury game. A little bit of change coming in, so I've completely forgotten what they are already. In fact, one change, if I remember correctly, is Tommy Wright comes in replacement of Neil Rowlands. I think the other change I'm thinking of is the fact that Antonio Diaz come on the bench instead of Miles Hemmings after what is arguably one of the best playoff final free kicks I've ever seen. In fact, it is the best playoff final free kick I've ever seen. So we're going to crack on with that. So yeah, that's the only change. Otherwise, it is as you were from the game against Mansfield. I have no idea how good Shrewsbury are in this league at this moment in time. I feel like in real life they normally sit in League One. I could be wrong. I feel like that's where they normally are. There are no names that I recognise apart from a combination of Idris Elba and Nwankwo Kanu, which is an interesting one. And Jamie, I'm not even going to pronounce that name because that seems like a scary one to do. Funnily enough, the aforementioned man is on the ball. And again, we're not really imposing ourselves in these games early doors. That at all seems to be my biggest concern at this moment in time. We're getting the ball. There you go. Sam Perry's picked it up. Can he do anything with it? Can he find Tommy Wright? He's got to play the ball through. Oh, he didn't. He took too long. Tommy Wright. Oh, he was offside. He just took too long there. There was a split second I thought I saw anyway, that it looked like there was a gap that he could have just threaded the ball through, but he didn't manage it, which is a shame. But we'll move on. We are creating more chances this time, according to the stats, which is food for thought and makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Although Shrewsbury have got a chance here. Ball comes across. What's happened there? Who's actually... I mean, that looked like Say should have got on the end of that. I don't know what's happened. We'll see it again here. I mean, Sese should be getting on that. He really should. And then Idris Elba, oh, Idris Kanu, sorry, puts it in the back of the net, and it disappoints him. It's not quite the start of the season we had last year. Safe to say. What's going to happen here? So Brennan's going to be on the free kick. I wish it was Diaz. I wish it was Diaz. I wish it was Diaz because he might have scored. Brennan's just spooned it wide. Should disappoint him. Fire up. That'll do. That puts us right back towards the relegation zone, unsurprisingly, which is where I feel we are going to spend a bit of time this season. I feel like we are going to be in the bottom four for a small period of time, maybe even a longer period. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm not expecting much from this season at all. We've not made the advancements in the squad that I would have hoped for. And that just typifies it. Even Sutcliffe is one of those ones I did want to bring in and did, but that was a woeful pass. And he probably should have got on. So whoever that was should have got on the end of that. And Shrewsbury are attacking again. Ball's going to come in. And I mean, that's a lovely header, but no one's there. No one's there. I mean, it's a wonderful cross. I can't say any fairer than that, but I feel like someone's got to be stopping. I mean, Sese's been pulled out of position massively. He probably should have stopped the cross. And Kessler has just he's not even jumped for the ball. It doesn't even look like he looked for it. And as a result, has been done over. And as a result, it's coming off. So Genesini can come on there. Thistleton can come on the right to replace Brennan. And Diaz can come on to replace a very disappointing, to be honest, Antonio Diaz. Stretch Armstrong. He's not turned up so far in his Salisbury FC shirt, which is disappointing. We've actually had a pretty good set of chances, but we're just not creating anything. We are now officially in the relegation zone as well, which is disappointing. And we've made those 3 changes, and absolutely nothing's happened. Just got a few yellow cards. Both of our centre-halves have ended up with yellow cards. That's good, isn't it? Sese with a throw. Aaron Owen picks it up. Finds Tommy Wright. That's a good pass. Can Tommy finish? No, he can't. Oh. Picks it up. He had a couple of good chances there. Just not quick enough to get on the end of it. Sutcliffe with a nice header there. Butterfield plays Tommy Wright. Sutcliffe again. Aaron Owen tries to head it out with this and picks it up. Oh, again. Just, yeah, missed opportunities there. I'm going to say I'm not happy with the performance. Butterfield's demotivated, bless him. He's not happy. But, yeah, bit disappointing that. And we, fortunately, because Sunderland got pasted by Crewe, we don't end up at the end of the episode in the relegation zone, which is nice. I think I just saw we've got the Carabao Cup next. So that's a little bit of an escape from the league. Yeah, so also next. Oh yeah, the Papa John's Trophy. Bloody hell, that got drawn a couple of days ago. We will come back for these 2 games, I think, towards the back end of September. So we'll come back for the Coventry City and the AFC Wimbledon games because they're two teams we've yet to play. As you can see, not played either of them. So yeah, that's what we'll do. If you enjoyed this one, guys, as always, make sure you smash that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's just down there. It takes a second. Won't change much for you, but it will for me. And as always, love to hear your thoughts in the comments as to how you think the series is going. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been David. See you guys again soon. Bye-bye.